What are you doing? Wow.
In today's world, I think a lot of us are innately seeking connection. And I know that's the case for me, whether it's through the communities that I'm a part of, the content that I produce, hobbies, passions, businesses. I'm looking to connect with other like-minded individuals. And in this video, I want to portray and showcase what it's like to be now a dad of two, and how in certain circumstances I haven't really felt as connected as I would like to other men in the same time frame of life. And one of the reasons that I think that is because in the athletic space and the entrepreneurial space, there's this constant pressure to do more, to set bigger goals, to keep pushing. And when you become a father of one child or more and you have young children, you realize really quickly that your time is the most valuable resource. And that's the thing that is really tough to aggregate in different areas. I know that if I want to achieve what I want to achieve as an athlete, I have to invest time. I know that if I want to achieve what I wish to achieve in the business world and entrepreneurship, I have to invest time. I know that if I want to have the best relationship with my wife and my children, I need to invest time. And I don't think that is really showcased enough on social media, specifically of people in the space of really trying to achieve bigger things in the athlete space and the entrepreneurial space, while also keeping family as the number one principle. And I know there's a lot of other men out there that are doing that, but maybe they're just not showcasing it as much. And that's why I want to be a leader and do that, so that I could connect with other men who are in the same time of their life and aren't feeling alone. Or maybe we can connect on a deeper level in terms of how we go about spending our time and allocating it so that we're maximizing in all arenas. And the only way to really do that is to showcase and document, and then get feedback and hear from other people. So that's what I intend to do over the next couple months and years potentially, where it is a blend of fitness, family, the foundations of business that I've learned, and how to build a company that I'm very proud of, and surround myself with a team that I love to work with. And more importantly, they feel inspired to become the best versions of themselves. And really, it's me investing time and energy into them and helping our entire brand grow. The only way to do this is to really just mess around and find out. I don't have all the answers. I don't know exactly what I'm doing every single day. I kind of just take a step back, reflect, and ask myself, what are the things that matter most to me? And then how do I fill those buckets to the best of my ability? And the content I'm going to create is just a reflection of the buckets that I'm filling. So as I spent the morning with my wife, two young children, and my mother-in-law, I just dropped her off at the airport. I'm now shown up to the office here in South Austin, going to crush some work for the next 4 hours. And then I got to get back home to pick up my toddler and help my wife with our little baby girl. In between all that, I managed to do a 5-mile run this morning before my son was up. And I'm going to do my best to get in some type of strength training this afternoon. Then tomorrow, we are going to repeat the same process of figuring it out and investing time into the buckets that I deem most important for me. not only in this moment, but helping me get to the moments in the future that I really have in my mind, which is continuing to build incredible things with other incredible people, being outdoors, traveling, educating my children, and a bunch of other stuff that I'm really passionate about. One thing I love about our team is everybody always shows up with random stuff to give out at our office. So today I am bringing in some power lift, everybody to have as they please. Thanks, boss.
Yeah, no worries. What's up, bro? How are you doing, man?
Look what we got here, dude.
What's up, dude?
How we living?
Good, man. How are you? What's up?
Oh, my biceps are.
Hey, hey, hey.
Doing, like in terms of like as a company, what are our goals? What are our, whether we want to use OKRs or KPIs, whatever, and then having everyone's personal workflow attached to specific direction.
Yeah.
All right, currently sitting down to eat lunch. JNS operates out of a co-working office space in South Austin. It's pretty cool. And we have a little corner office in the back that our team utilizes. For those that are new to my page, I am the COO of a small accounting firm called JNS Accounting Solutions. Our target customer is content creators and serial entrepreneurs, entrepreneurial types in the health and wellness space. So if you have seen endurance athletes on Instagram or people that have built CPG brands, then they could potentially be one of our clients. One of the reasons that I love this company that we're building is the fact that I get to hang around some incredible people building things that I believe in. And what's cool about coming to an office is this is a co-working space that we have a little office in the back of. There's other entrepreneurs and business builders here that operate out of this little campus. One of them being my good friend Brett, who is one of the founders of Noble Protein. And I'm sitting here eating my lunch and he came up to me and we caught up for 10 minutes. And that's one of the things that I think is a major advantage if you're an entrepreneur, a coach, a speaker, somebody that's in a space of building something above and beyond themselves. It's important to get into environments where there's other like-minded people around you, not just because you could learn from them or they could be your client or vice versa, but it's just more fun. Every day is more enjoyable, and in this world where everyone's pushing to work from home and silo yourself off, I was one of those people that I'm very pro that. I've now kind of taken a step back and realized that the hybrid approach for me is much better, and being able to see and talk to other people that I'm invested in, not only their business doing well, but also personally I want them to do well and make a positive impact on the world. It's such a fulfilling thing.
Many people like to go through that things can just like get slipped.
What's up, bro?
Working hard or hardly working?
Working too much.
This room kind of makes me feel like I'm on like reality TV where they go into those different rooms to talk on camera. At this co-working space, we have our own little office in the corner, and then there's kitchen and then a front part of the office that another company utilizes. I'm a serial entrepreneur type, and earlier this year, a friend approached me. He is the founder of the company, and I was really intrigued with collaborating with him on helping to help people with their financial health. So I love physical, spiritual, mental, and financial health, and the opportunity to help other people grow in that space is exciting to me. It's been almost 6 months, been loving it so far, and really excited to continue to grow with the team and give it our best shot in 2026 to turn this company into something that can scale. The problem I'm dealing with most right now is with my baby girl being born. I think a lot of men struggle with this is I want to spend as much time with her and my wife as possible, but I have this other baby, the business and the brand of JNS, that I want to continue to pour into and help build the momentum of, and keep investing in our team and being there for them and cultivating an environment where people love showing up and working on our service and helping our customers become more financially free and build their own businesses and their brands and things that are impacting this world in a positive way. And it's not something that I think there's a right solution to. How much time should you be spending all in the business and in the business versus with your newborn children? But these are just problems that I didn't have to deal with 10 years ago when I wanted to train, go on a run, travel, visit friends, hang out, pick up new hobbies. These weren't constraints that I was thinking about. And right now in my world, connecting with other people that understand these constraints is something that I'm working towards doing. So if you're another father out there that is juggling these different worlds like I am, I'd love to connect and understand more of how you're approaching it and what you're doing to thrive through this particular time in your life. I know what it's like to have one young child and build around that, but now that I have two, it's going to be another new thing that I'm navigating. And I'm the type of person that's always looking to learn from other people who've already been where I'm trying to go. And right now, that is scaling this business and making sure that we continue to serve our customers in the best way possible, maintain my health, physical health and mental health, train for, right now I got 2 ultra marathons coming up, one in November and one in January, and then maybe a high rocks here and there, and just maintaining my level of fitness and becoming the best version of myself, because I have some big goals over the next 5 to 10 years that I do want to hit. What are you doing to balance all of that? For me, I'm figuring it out on the fly right now. I do have some tactics and systems in place that are very helpful, but I'd love to understand what everybody else out there is doing and how they think about it mentally, because I think that's the biggest thing that I've noticed even in the first week is in my headspace, I feel too conflicted on what I should be doing, when I should be doing it. I haven't felt that way in a while. I know I will settle into that, but for now, that's just where I'm at. So anybody else that can relate to that, I feel for you, and looking forward to learning and growing together. Just want to do a quick shout out to any man and woman who is commuting daily to their job because they must provide for their family. It's not something that I gave enough respect to before I was put in this situation of thinking about how I want to provide for my family and what I'd be willing to do to make that happen.
Your rib cage, other hand on your stomach. And let's just breathe diaphragmatically here. So find that neutral spine. Inhale. Exhale.
Is 4:15. Just got back from the office and I have about 20 to 25 minutes to get in a workout before I have to pick up little man from his school daycare. On days like today where 20 to 25 minutes isn't necessarily the optimal time for me to get in, a longer strength session, I typically will keep things very simple and do push-ups, pull-ups, squats, just get the body moving and some blood flow. Not only does this help me decompress from a day of work, but it also just continues to help me build momentum day in and day out with my health and my fitness. This morning I ran 5 miles at threshold pace, so that was really the focus. And then in the afternoon, it's really about just getting some sweat going and mentally tapping into something that I love, which is strength training. Different goals are going to require different habits. And right now, because my goal is more catered towards running and ultra marathons, my strength training blocks, I'm going a little bit easier, a lot more body weight movement, and I'm not really as focused on getting hour-long sessions in throughout the week. But I really love something called like fitness snacks, where maybe you only have 10, 15, 20 minutes, get some pull-ups in, get some body weight movements in, some mobility, maybe some stretching. And I guarantee you that if you're somebody that likes to train every single day, you're going to scratch enough of the itch so that you're not negatively affecting your mind, but also not overtaxing your body and taking away from your actual goal.
One, they automatically adjust to your vision from one.
Just dropped a workout, broke a little sweat, feels good. Gotta go get little man. The whole premise of this video was just to showcase that this is messy. It's not something that every day is going to be some glamorous adventure. It's not. That's something that I've had to struggle with over the years. Thrive on Life, the brand that I've built, was started as a reminder to make the most of every single day and seek adventure, connection, community, creativity, curiosity, build things, work on my fitness, my faith, finances. But the reality is, days, as they say when you have kids, are very long and years are short. And my understanding of that is winning the day doesn't necessarily mean fulfilling whatever your ego wants to do. So in my case, it's I want to go to the mountains and adventure, and I want to do that as much as possible. And there's a lot of other things in my world that I want to do and I want to achieve. But as a man, what must be done? What do I need to do to win the day? And 9 out of 10 times, it has to do with serving a purpose beyond myself. So it's showing up for my wife in the middle of the night when she's now feeding our newborn child and I can change the diaper for her. It's taking my son to daycare and picking him up so that my wife has a little bit of alone time and can do our own workout or sit out back and relax. That's what it looks like now. In other times of life and other seasons, it can look like I'm going to be taking my son to sports after school. I'm going to be taking my daughter swimming, and we're going to be trading off the kids, who's doing what with who. And it's not always about me. And that's something that I think social media doesn't do enough justice for the people out there. It makes the first person point of view seem extremely exhilarating, and that every day should be this marvelous extravaganza of fulfillment and dopamine and chasing these cool things, when the most fulfilling things for me, what I've realized, is putting in work and serving the people that I love most, both within my family, customers within the business, the team. Serving that purpose is extremely fulfilling. And then obviously blocking off time to continue to do all the adventures and things that I love to do. But that's not the point of life. And it's also not the measure of success. I think that's where if you go on Instagram or TikTok and you get bombarded with all of these measures of success of race times and traveling the world and cars and money and scaling businesses, it can be really easy to fall into the trap of feeling like you're not enough, when the reality is, if you wake up and you serve other people that matter, and help them live a better life, it is extremely fulfilling. I'm not saying that you should forgo taking care of yourself, and there is a reason that we should be selfish to be selfless. But the point of life is not to compete against other people trying to make it seem like everyday life is this crazy adventure that if you're not living up to that standard, then your life is not worth it. And that's completely and utterly false. Your life is worth it. You can find meaning in the little things, the sunrises, the sunsets, going on walks around the neighborhood, breathing in the fresh air, meditating. There's not much we really need in this world to live a life of joy and fulfillment. And as a father, that is becoming even more evident, because the times that I enjoy most with my son over the past 2 years is really when we're moving our bodies outside, doing things that are quote unquote free. Has nothing to do with the toys that I get him, or it's really just spending quality time with somebody that I love and focusing on what truly matters. And that's building the bond with myself, him, my wife, the people that matter most, and continuing to stack bricks day in and day out with those principles in mind.